Hey everybody, Broadman here. Thanks for tuning in to The Philosopher King, a RimWorld royalty series. Last episode, I asked you all to go ahead and vote, and hundreds of you did. You all chose that dead allies should be transported back home. That's added as a rule here in our rules and goals. Just a little reminder that bi-weekly, or every now and then, you will all be able to vote on projects, goals, and rules, just like you did last episode. And here are the results. Carrying over from the 2 weeks previous, converting the close ancient danger to a guest room remains. Overwhelmingly, a lot of you voted to design the base as a castle, which is going to probably be a long-term project. That's going to take a lot of work. I also should get proper defenses and construct a crematorium. Welcome everybody. So let's pick up where we left off. Bubbaloo here was delivering a speech. Now if I am going to be creating the base as a castle, I'm going to need to make some changes here. So the first two changes are pretty simple. I want some clothing. We have some people that are less than geared, so I'm going to create clothing with 0 for them. Next up, I'm going to work on granite blocks, because granite blocks are going to be the most defensive blocks, and if I'm building a castle, the most defensive blocks are definitely the smart ones to have, which means hauling granite chunks to the base. So I queued up a whole lot of granite chunks to be hauled. It also looks like I am quick running out of room here, so let's get this stone and steel expanded a little bit. I do desperately need components, so I'm going to mine out the last remaining components that exist on the map. And let's finish this speech. So, we also have this outstanding quest, selling to Fenlin. They're going to give me a side trainer for Entropy Link, which could be nice. If you check Bubbaloo here in his bio, as you can see, he doesn't know Entropy Link yet, so that's a nice psi skill for him to learn. I'm also going to, if I'm destined to convert the close ancient danger to a royal bedroom, I'd like to use carpet. So what I'm going to do is plant a giant field of cotton, hoping that the season isn't too late. It is in fertile soil, so it will grow faster than normal. But this also means that Yanshui is going to need some help. So anyone here that can help grow will grow. Inspired taming for Yanshui. That's very cool. The inspired tame that Mathis had has run out. Yanshui, you have an animal handling that is way too small to help, so never mind. Oh well. Alright, the heat wave is formally over, which is going to be really nice. Faustopia, you are a fast walker, so I'm going to have you be our hauler. I'm also probably going to be sending you on our trade caravan once the parkas are done. Because you're fleet of foot. Alright, if I'm turning this over to a bedroom, I'm going to need to replace all the flooring. And like I said, I'm going to be replacing it in cotton. If this all is going to become a farm, I'm going to want to remove animal grazing from this field so they don't eat my stuff. And now we're starting to sow the cotton seeds with many of our people. Alright, Zero, the first thing I want you to do is to work on clothing. Faustopia and our prisoner Shay needs some clothing. So here's how I'm going to give Shay some clothing. I'm just going to wear the pants in, drop them, and then Shay should pick them up automatically. Alright, 0. I'm going to have you make Faustopia his shirt, button-down shirt. And let's finish up the parka. Q. There, Faustopia is wearing the shirt. A duster wouldn't be a terrible idea either, but one thing at a time. Alright, so the parkers are done, which means I could start to haul them to the trade destination. I think what I want first is just a duster. Faustopia is going to be going with Vreedog. That's pretty much what I've decided. Which means he's sort of going to be alone. So it'd be good if he had a little bit of armor. Talon, I'm going to make you the cleaner of the group. We have a base getting a little filthy here, so I need some help from you. All right, let's get that duster made for Faustopia. And then as soon as Faustopia is able and ready, sending Faust to the trade destination. All right, Mathis, would you kindly? Thank you. All right, so the duster is done. Faust should wear it soon. The rest of these bills are done. Now we still have some tattered apparel, like Shay has a tattered shirt. So maybe even one more button-down shirt would do. I'm going to have 0 crank that out when he is able. Alright, what kind of shirt do you have, 0? Camel t-shirt, give that to Shay. Actually, strip Shay. And then have Shay haul this out. And now Shay is no longer in tattered apparel. Thank you, 0. That'll help a lot. Alright, so Faust, you are, seems to me, just about ready for your trade caravan. Now the only issue is you have a recurve bow. This is probably an insufficient weapon for protection when it comes to defending against caravan raiders. So either I send you with someone else, like Talon, maybe I go ahead and do that. But he's a wimp, so maybe I don't. Poppy? Yeah, maybe with Poppy. 2 bows and a donkey. Oh, we got a mechanoid cluster. Uh-oh. So this mechanoid cluster has a defoliator, which will expand and kill off the crops around me. It also has an unstable power cell, which is a very vulnerable spot. It has a countdown activator, which means it will turn on in 5 days. I don't know what mech's in here, but they've got a lancer and 2 pikemen. Okay. Well, gonna have to deal with that sooner or later for sure. Alright, I'm gonna have 0 finish off the construction projects. Now, the unstable power cell does generate free power, but is dangerous to use. It's very, very explosive. So it's handy to have if you can keep it from exploding in your face. Alright, so 0. I know you just woke up, and before your coffee, I'm going to have you build some furniture. Okay, There we go. These bedrooms are... one's mediocre, because it has mediocre furniture. But for the most part, we're good there. 0, your next task. Faust and Poppy. You guys ready to go? Form caravan. Faustopia and Poppy. So 2 bowmen. I know they don't have great weapons. So I'm going to bring simple meals enough that they won't spoil. And then the rest, pemmican. I'm also going to bring leathers that I have for trade, because we're sending 2 people with some social skill. I'm going to bring my yayo. I'm going to bring 23 herbal meds. Again, some for trade. On top of that, my thrombo horns, the short bow, all of the parkas, and my silver. And 5 gold. This is going to be a bit of a trade caravan. We also need the bedrolls. Did I do those? No. Bedrolls. Choose route. And accept. Now, this does leave us a little understaffed when it comes to defending the colony from the countdown activating. But I could always call in royal favor if I need to. That would not necessarily be a bad idea if I thought we were sort of in peril or in danger. Now, the other issue is we don't exactly have the best weapons. So, smoke launchers, EMP launchers, all these things, they require components, and I don't have components, which is a real problem. Bubbaloo is working towards components right now, but I'm not just not there yet. I'm just not at the fabrication point where I might be able to fabricate some of what I need component-wise, which is unfortunate. Taking a look around the map, I don't honestly even see compacted machinery that I haven't overlooked or haven't mined already, other than this stuff here. I'm gonna have Chris go fix that up. So we've removed all the floors from this area here, and I'm gonna start to carpet up it with fine white carpet, so it becomes a room for royal guests. It's going to require a lot more cloth than I currently have, and I would also probably want poppers. So one way to deal with the mechs here, I don't know. I have four days to think about that. I will definitely take most of those 4 days. Something that would be nice is if I use the thrombo to protect myself. So I don't know what's in this mech capsule. That's the mystery. But I do know that these steel walls that they've laid out put this unstable power cell, if I want to trigger this unstable power cell to explode, as a vulnerable spot. So I might forego the chance at an unstable power cell in the hopes that I can shut down most of their defenses. And I think that's how I'm going to go. So I have enough components for a smoke launcher and an EMP launcher, one or the other, or actually just one EMP launcher, and that's what I'm going to build. I'm going to make an EMP launcher. I know that dismantling these mechs will give me some very, very useful components. I'm really hoping that Poppy and Faustopia manage to buy some components and bring them home, because I'm hurting. All right, Chris, I no longer want you constructing. You're just not excellent at it. Mathis is barely. Talon has the passion to, but he does not have the skill to. So one of the things I was going to do in terms of castling is start to lay out border walls. I'm also going to want the uranium mined up. And paid psychic droner. An enemy will give me 2 advanced components if I agree to be psychically droned. Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, so the pods arrived, and the site has appeared. So this is a psychic droner, which will harm me psychically, but I do get advanced components, which is very, very, very nice. It's a steep price. Group from Rigo of the Lake coming in, visiting. These guys are tribals. They're not going to have components or anything like that. Now, one thing about the activator, if this does activate, the turrets are going to be annoying, but they do, as I said, have blind spots of sorts. I could approach this way, and they kind of have a blind spot, and then the mechs get on their feet. It might be worth triggering the unstable power cell before that happens. I think that's probably the best approach. Alright, so let's trade with these Rigo Lake folk, giving them whatever they want so that we can get their silver. Oh, no, that's buying. Sorry. Excuse me. Let's give them... They have beer, or they have a golden spear. What a weird thing for these guys to have. Okay, we'll give them a little ambrosia. Pretty wealthy item for them to be walking around with, to be honest. Shay, how close are you to joining us? Not very, but it would be very nice to have another cook. Yanshui, I think, would appreciate the help. Quest failed, Bandit Camp. Never really intended to do that one. Keep this. Let's see about here. I think I'm going to tell Zero to start constructing. I would like to have some walls between me and the mechs as soon as I'm able to have those. So the more of these border walls I can have, the better. Yanshui's chopping some trees. Alright, you guys are a day and a half away. They're not going to be home in time for the countdown activator, though. There's really a no chance of that. And I'm going to set everybody up to craft. Mathis, Chris, you are going to be my chief crafters. I think I'm going to keep Bubbaloo on research, though. Alright, Zero, when you're up, I want you to actually, no, let's clear prioritize work. I want you to eat first or whatever you need, and then we'll have you create that EMP launcher, which could be instrumental in the defense. Okay, 0. Let's go have you machine that up. Alright, Yan Shui, if you could cut down this tree. And actually these two. Any that are in the way of our construction project need to go first. Okay. As far as the harvest goes, let's no longer allow universal growing because they're failing terribly, wasting a whole lot of rice. The defoliator definitely expanding, no doubt about that. Got 2.5 days left to deal with that. Okay, 0 is cranking out this EMP launcher. It is done. I'll turn this off. So this is an excellent EMP launcher. Talon, you are a bit of a brawler, but you're a wimp. So I'm gonna, I don't... Bubble, you could use it. Yeah, that's the right call. Alright, we have a day... A little more than 2 days to deal with that. Oh, more regular lake people visiting us. Cool. So selling to Finland. Hand Talon, Coagulator. Coagulator is going to be really nice. Silver, a side trainer. And also just the ability to do normal trade. Really hoping to buy some components from you. My stone cutter is doing an excellent job getting through granite blocks. We just need to construct it. Let's see what these guys have to trade or buy. Alright, you guys. You want my advanced components? That's really funny. I'll part with a lot of herbal meds. I can always harvest more, grow them back. Shay, are you, you're joining us really, really soon. Caravan has arrived. Alright, let's fulfill trade order. Quest has been completed. And then do some trading of our own. So we will sell them... I don't believe I really have a high use for Hand Talon. I could use the silver. The Coagulator is different. That could be very, very critically useful. Oh, this Zeus Hammer would be fantastic. For someone like Talon to have. Again, these guys aren't going to get home in time to utilize that. But yeah, let's buy a Zeus Hammer. That's going to solve a lot of my future problems. So these guys are back in 2 days. This thing turns on in a day and change. So... roughing it a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what this border wall is going to accomplish, but I would like something between me and it. Because, of course, these turrets are going to be on and shooting at me. I think if I had enough guns, and I could always call in backup. But if enough guns in the area... it's possible to... Pikemen are pretty weak in brawling. Unfortunately, Talon is a wimp, so I would need to get him a pain stopper before he's going to be useful. But there we go. We have a very decent southern border wall, and this is step one of becoming a castle, as you all voted. I'm going to create a very temporary border wall here. This is purely to make it easier to hide behind my walls. The idea here is... I'm going to start researching shield belts. The idea here is to... I don't even have enough components. Oh, I didn't even buy components, but I don't regret buying the blade. The idea here is to make sure that... Oh, the weather controller's clearing up. Perfect. That's going to allow us to actually shoot decently. Is to have a choke point down here, which forces the mechs through a choke point. Let me just throw a door. Well, we do have this door, but throw another door here or something. So that I can use deadfall traps. Worst case scenario. And wood walls, just because they're temporary, and I could throw them together really quick. As you can see, wood walls construct very rapidly. And we'll get these western ones. And then that means that this entire area is boxed off, which means I ought to update grazing again. Probably want to keep them away from the entrance there, to be honest. Because that is not a very safe place to graze. But, alright, that's our grazing for now. And we will continue that project. Zero's already working on it. Thought that fog generator was going away. The psychic droner doesn't seem to actually be droning anything right now. I'm not sure why. So I think I'm gonna approach this fight aggressively, taking out the power cell and going that route. Hopefully it's not the wrong approach. Woo, time will tell. Some of this cotton is becoming harvestable. This stuff's growing faster than I thought it would. Oh, we got a short circuit. Unfortunately, the short circuit happened right where my temporary wooden walls were, which is really annoying because that's a lot of fire. Let's expand the home zone. And in fact, now that I've got an external wall going on, I ought to update the home zone to include it. Now, these walls aren't actually to stop the mechs. I mean, wooden walls aren't going to do anything really to mechs. It's just a way to close myself off. So let's build this west wall, and then let's go activate the mech attack. So, all hands on deck. I hope you all have had ample sleep. Alright, Bubbaloo. Let's get you... You have a pain stopper. Let's get you as close as I can. Talon, I'm not exactly sure how you're going to be useful here, being a wimp and all. I'm pretty sure I'm in the line of sight of this turret in a bad way. Now the radius here, I'm going to stand as close to the radius as possible with Chris. He might be our tankiest. We are going to all court press fire on that cell. Bubbaloo. Don't get shot. Alright, so this cell, I'm trying to... Okay, we missed. This is dangerous. Come on, cell. Bubbaloo gets shot in the eye. Okay, here we go. It's exploding. And it only directionally... Okay, I'm going to call Royal Aid in with my favor. It only directionally sent a blast because of the walls, which is totally not what I wanted. Alright, so this Lancer's been beat up. We got the Royal Aid coming, which I paid for in favor. No regrets. Alright, my own guys. Ooh, Yan Shui. I was gonna say, my own guys, I really want to stay out of the thick of it and have the guests do bulk. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Try to keep them safe as I can. Yan Shui just keeps getting shot. Bubbaloo keeps getting shot in the head. We also have animals go to safety. We also have some Lancers coming in to the base. Alright, that's one down. Alright, Bubbaloo, you are going to back up out of here. I'm taking far too much damage. Alright. We aren't exactly in the line of sight at the moment. Let's stack up behind these barricades. Bob, tend yourself. I've been extraordinary... Oh, no, not with meds. I've been extraordinarily lucky that I haven't been hit yet. Talon, you are going to laughably get yourself killed here. So, hide, because he's a wimp. Alright, Bob's tending. We are pretty close to taking out this multi-turret. Let's focus on the Lancer first, because I think that's probably the most dangerous. There we go. There is their capsules down. Go, Talon, I believe in you. This is so risky, by the way. Oh, Talon got the killing blow. Alright, I'm going to have Talon back away from the turret, because it's going to, that turret would explode. Alright, so, wounds a lot, but I got very, very lucky. I got unlucky that the explosion didn't help me at all. It was totally and utterly contained by the walls. I was hoping that it would spread beyond, but I learned an important lesson, I suppose. Talon, to celebrate your success, let's have you break their little mech thing over there. Mathis, so everybody here is, and it's not over, there's still 2 enemies left. Everybody here is going to patch up real quick. So my royal favor, my royal defenders, still have to deal with this Lancer and the pikeman. Hope this thing doesn't spark huge, because I don't really have the ability to dodge right now. Alright, Mathis. Okay. That was scared me briefly, but okay. Inspired recruit. So the pikemen are down. We're good. We are in the clear. We no longer have a mech cluster. It was a tight fight. I don't know if I really approached the fight properly. But hey, I mean, we're all alive. I got lucky, and I won't be making the same mistakes twice. Luckily, some of the gear I had, like the flak jackets and whatnot, definitely protected me. King Bob. Let's have you haul some of these components in. And then these mechs are going to make for pretty good components in plasteel as well. So that means that you are a knight with 4 rank towards the next, not 10 or whatever it was. Animals. You could go back to grazing and climb on animal hauling. Actually, no. Animal hauling, no, you could just be unrestricted. Animal hauling is mostly for breed-dog. Breaking down the temporary walls, only to then construct the permanent ones. And I'd like to lay out roughly what my border will look like. It's imperfect, but I'll use moisture pumps eventually on that. Which means then I have to pick where is a good place for a an entry kill box. And I would say here-ish. So I'm going to remove that and create a sort of an entry portal. No, all this ambrosia's long gone. Let's get rid of that zone. Was this an odd number? 23. Okay, so 11 and 11. And I'll put a wooden door in there for now. Alright, that's a pretty good sized castle. I'll be working on it, making it look more castle-like as time goes on. I like how the initial threat is over. That makes me comfortable. And all of my friends survived, which is great. Alright, caravan has arrived back home with that glorious Zeus hammer. That thing is a mech destroyer. And soon, Shay should roll into our number. Hey, Dog. Coagulator is going to be quite nice too. Coagulator is really good for a brawler who's going to get beat up a lot. So, historical quests. So, the active quests, I have none. Right now, it would just be the goals that you all voted on. The first outstanding one would be to make this nice here. I'm just going to have it all be white. Using whatever cloth I have. Is there some slate construction around? Limestone? Because I have need of like a few slate blocks. Ooh, who killed you? What killed you? Cougar. Oh, you killed each other. Death Pact. Nice. Alright, Chris has already healed up, even though he probably got shot the most. We also have this this beautiful Zeus hammer. To be used. Ideally, I'd like to give it to Talon once he has a pain stopper, but I don't have pain stoppers yet. A little bit of rain, washing away all the rough ridiculousness. We're also going to haul the mechs in and destroy them. This border wall is getting constructed. So I'm working on the goal number 1. Here, let me just throw up the vote results. The Ancient Danger Room and the design the base of the castle right now. I'm not working on proper defenses, but that's mostly due to a lack of components, of which I might be able to find nearby. I might be able to have my buddy Bubbaloo, once he heals up, travel over to Lepsis or something like that to see if I can't buy some, or Fieldmare, some nearby faction that would help me. All right, so animal hauling, Vredog, you're going to help to haul. How's my meat? I think I need to do some hunting. So Mathis or Chris, let's get some more Muffalo. Additionally, I'm going to want some external doors on these fortress walls. For now, I think what I'm going to do is steel. Eventually opting for something maybe powered or quick to open or close. But steel it's not very tough, I will admit, but it's tough enough that it will get the job done. Slowing down would be sapper raiders or whatnot. Poor Bob. Got shot in the face a lot during that fight. Alright, Poppy. Should you be growing? I don't think so. I think it's just Yanshui, but right now Yanshui is on super bed rest, so I'm actually going to take these guys off bed rest so that they can be productive. So I would say we have a non-desperate need for components. Or a desperate need for components, rather. We have none. We will get some from these mechs. Shay, deciding to join us. She started off in a really bad mood, but let's hope that we can turn that around. So she is, Shay, going to be... She is a tender. She's going to be our cook for now, alleviating Yanshui, allowing Yanshui to focus more on the growing aspects. And her needs... She was just a little malnourished, being neglected by our bedridden Bubbaloo. But all these tea leaves are going to be really nice. She is also saying she's going to need warm clothes. We can work on that. Let's go ahead and make another duster. And let's make toques. So one thing I'm going to do is do until I have. I want to queue this up so that I have one spare of whatever I want. I think we're going to have an excess of blue fur and plain leather. But I'm going to make it out of blue fur because it's just a better material. So I'm going to try to exclusively hunt Muffalo. So cowboy hat, and only allow ingredients of blue fur for normal dusters. And I should probably put these in the order of importance, like pants and shirt first, so that people aren't naked, and then to everything else. So let's do shirt and pants. And this way, no one will ever be naked. They will always have clothing. So then duster, then cowboy hat, then toque. Now the only problem with the toque is it's going to require cloth, because you don't make toques out of leather. You just can't. So that's fine. But you know, there we are. There's our work order. And then 0, I'm going to have you tailor over everything else. Taylor and Smith over everything else, meaning breaking down our mechs and making our required clothing. A manhunter pack of Muffalo. Okay, well that's fine. We just stated that we wanted a bunch of Muffalo. Now the only issue here is we don't really have the capacity to fight these guys at the moment. Sort of brainstorming. What? That's a lot of Muffalo. Alright, well, Bubbaloo, I'm going to give you the Zeus Hammer. Everybody else is going to get conscripted. We are going to get up here. Chris, you better hurry. There's a swarm of Muffalo coming. So, one of the things I could do, Shay, Talon, I don't know if you're going to be all that helpful here, but, I don't have a lot of clubs. Shay just equipped the wood. I'm going to try to take these Muffalo on head on. Very dangerous here, but I like living on the edge. So Chris, you're coming in. When you come in, I want you right behind Yanshui. Actually, right there is fine. Talon, you're just going to be back up, I guess. You'll take that spot. Oh god, this is going to be bloody. This is not good. But, you know, this is the way it rumbles sometimes. Actually, Talon, you know what you could do? You could reposition these turrets in this room for us. That would be productive. And Chris, choke up. I'm going to have you drop your SMG to Faust. Alright, Talon, go get the turret from the other side. Dummy. So Shay is getting all sorts of beat up. We are trying. Alright, Talon. Deliver, please. I see that I'm a little bit over my normal time. Alright, so Shay, back up. Poppy, you're going to go take prominent tanking position. This Zeus Hammer is very much aiding me. We're done. We're done. Thank you, Talon, for... Well, eventually you're going to be a pretty skilled brawler, but for now, you're just... It's not all that helpful. Alright, this excellent bed here is going to be moved into the hospital, or the research room / hospital. And then I'm going to bed rest everybody after we put out these fires. That was one way to deal with a crazy amount of enemies. Well done, everybody. This is going to be Shay, you go heal. Alright, so here are some of the components that I needed. And we are definitely going to have a lot of blue fur. Oh, no, don't use that. Oh my god, no, why? I just hadn't set her up yet. Alright, I don't think we actually had gone through any of the medicine. I did catch that in time. Shay, unfortunately, is a cook right now, so what I'm going to do is allow Yanshui to be temporary cook, but that's all the time I had. That was a crazy, crazy fight right there. Glad it worked out in my favor, plus the mechs. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, do drop me a line. If you're a patron of mine and you have suggestions for future polls, please submit them on Discord. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all later. Adios.